Let's... Yeah, we're gonna mute that. Da-da-da. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna start. Yeah, I'm just gonna start talking. For the, we're not gonna bother with, well, today, as you can see by our title screen, we're going to play Mass Effect. I didn't mention this with Ocarina. So this will be kind of a shorter stream, I think. And I didn't mention this with Ocarina. I think... So... kind of one of the main things I want to do with this series of stream, and this will be uploaded to YouTube later, for those that miss it. But what I want to do with this stream is I want to try and get people to think or step into a different perspective, something that not everyone is used to doing. So much like with Ocarina, one of the things we're going to start with is we're going to take a second to jump back to 2007. So kind of. Unlike Ocarina of Time, where I am effectively playing the original release version of the game, this one is I'm playing the Legendary Edition, or Legendary Edition, Legendary Collection. Regardless, this is a collected edition of all 3 Mass Effect games. But we're gonna take a second to think about before we jump into our character creation. So we're gonna try to think about things in 2 different ways. I want us to think about our character of Shepard, and we're going to try and role play through this, I think, more than most people do. And we're also going to how can I also want us to think about what our words. We're going to think about our words. No, we're going to think about and I kind of hinted at this in Ocarina of Time. We're going to think about what the gaming landscape was like when because I'm probably going to do a lot of older games. So when we do play an older game, I want us to think about the gaming landscape when that game released. In this case, we're playing Mass Effect. We're going to start with the first one, and I do want us to play through the trilogy. We'll probably do Mass Effect in shorter streams. I'm going to do Monday and Wednesday for Mass Effect, I think, and then we'll do a longer stream for Ocarina, as long as welcome welcome everyone. Looks like raid from my mate Mick, I think. Yeah, looks that way. Welcome. This is I don't know how much you have heard. I just saw my chat. So what we're doing, we're playing Mass Effect, of course, as you can see, but we are we are gonna do kind of a deep dive into Mass Effect. We're gonna talk a little bit about the writing. We're gonna talk a little bit about the presentation. So for the moment, I want us to take a step back to 2007. Mass Effect has just come out. RPGs were not particularly huge here in the US, especially console RPGs. We had JRPGs were particularly big on console if you were a PlayStation fan. You had Final Fantasy, you had Dragon Quest was starting to kind of pick up here, but mostly you had if you were a PC player, you had The Elder Scrolls, you had BioWare's previous RPGs like Knights of the Old Republic, you had I believe BioWare had just finished or had recently released Jade Empire, which was martial arts themed. But the thing that Mass Effect does differently, that we're going to kind of talk about, I think, is oh, good. First time playthrough. So this is not my first time, to be perfectly honest. But so just kind of returning, one of the things we're going to talk about here, one of the major differences for Western RPGs specifically, you, and I think WoW shows this off very, very well, or even Diablo, when you did when you made a character, your character was effectively you. You had a blank slate character, which is kind of a challenge to write around, especially if you are making an RPG. And that's one of the things I'm going to talk about here, I think, is going to be the difference between video game RPGs and tabletop RPGs. There's only so much sleep well. I will try to take care of them. I will try not to bore them. But my controller is off. Yes, I am playing controller. Make fun of me if you will. So we're gonna start a new career here. But
welcome to Alliance Military.
One of the things that it does differently, Shepard is not entirely a blank slate. Like, the game has an idea of who Shepard is and gives us the ability to like make some decisions, but like Shepard's character is kind of set for the most part. So we're going to...
Please log in to access your...
I will not apologize. I normally play FemShep. My first playthrough was FemShep, so that's kind of what I stick to. But yes, I will be using a controller for this playthrough.
Confirm pre-service history.
I think... So this is kind of where we get some control. We have 3... Yes, I do very much play FemShep. It's hard for me to see MaleShep, just partially because of my first playthrough. And no, and I can't remember the voice actor's name for MaleShep. Feel free to feel free to make fun of me or correct me or tell me what I'm missing. No shade to the voice actor for MaleShep, but Jennifer Hale knocks FemShep out of the park. Yes, kind of. I do remember that they had... They felt a little bit, yeah. Well, here's the thing. The BioWare developers at the time were also massive Star Trek fans, so we'll see a lot of Star Trek inspiration besides just our Star Wars inspiration from KOTOR. It kind of, in many, many ways, it kind of shows us what Star Trek would become when we hit the Abrams-verse for Star Trek. We get to see... That's the other thing. This is a lot more cinematic than RPGs that came before. But for our purposes here, I am going to pick Colonist for a specific quest. I'm going to keep my metagaming to a minimum, or I'm going to try to keep my metagaming to a minimum. I make no promises, but we are going to, for the most part, try to roleplay. We get a pre-service record. We get to choose whether or not our Shep was born in space with a military family. We get to figure out if they were a colonist and their colony was attacked, and that's why they join up. Or maybe they were lifted up out of an Earth gang. But I think we're gonna go colonist for this playthrough.
Confirm psychological profile.
And normally I go space or war hero. It is just a little bit of metagaming knowledge. Again, if you start as a spacer, I think it's specifically spacer war hero, or maybe it's just you start as a spacer, you can get a voicemail from Shepard's mom. But I think we are going colonist and soul survivor. This will affect some of our dialogue, not a ton. War Hero actually has a unique intro here, but for the most part, Soul Survivor and Ruthless will get
Confirm military
specific
specialization.
intro. As for our specialization, I make no apologies. I am definitely a biotic player. I think later games we will probably end up going Vanguard, because the chargeability is just too good, and I have a lot of fun with that particular playstyle. But for now, I think we're going to go straight Adept. So this one here, this is an interesting choice here, because I have a previous playthrough on my hard drive. I get a bonus power. And I think we are going to go electronics
Confirm
here.
Facial identification.
We're just going to use the default. I think we're just going to use the default. We're going to use the default appearance because I do not feel like subjecting y'all to our seeing me play with the character creator, because I could play with the character creator for hours.
Identification confirmed.
We're going to stick to. Not gonna do too much just outside of normal. I am not that bold, but we're gonna stick to normal for now, because I am commentating as we play. So now that we have our Shepherd built, let's kind of.
Well, what
Well,
about Shepard?
I'll shut up for a
She
second.
grew
Let
up in
the
colonies.
cutscene play.
She knows how tough life can be out there. Her parents were killed when slavers attacked Mindwar.
She saw her whole unit die on a cruise. She could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Maybe one day. For now, I'm gonna stick with the default appearance, because I'm going to keep this particular stream short. So I don't know if you came in when I was talking about schedule. So I'm likely going to be streaming Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Monday and Wednesday, because I do have to work overnight. Monday and Wednesdays will probably be a little bit shorter, and we will be focusing on Mass Effect for now, until either my whim changes or I definitely going to be finishing the Mass Effect trilogy at some point, but I cannot guarantee it will be straight through. But definitely Monday and Wednesday will be Mass Effect, and then Friday I am playing a port of Ocarina of Time. And Fridays will be a bit longer stream because that is the start of my weekend. But for the moment, that's one of the biggest things our background and psychological profile affect is what they say about Shepard. So now we are going to take control of Commander Shepard with the facial animations that have aged about as well as you would expect from an early HD game from the mid to late 2000s. Some of them are goofy. It does. Each one gives Paragon and Renegade points. I completely forgot about that.
Internal emissions sync engaged.
We're
All systems on.
going to talk about a bit of a social impact here,
Just under 1500.
because I could be wrong, but I know that at least one of Mass Effect was one of the first games I remember hearing big name voice actors in. Here, of course, we have Joker, who is voiced by Seth Green, and before him we had, while he's not a massive name, Keith David is definitely not like a small video game voice actor at the time. Keith David is our he's not an admiral yet, but Captain Anderson is voiced by Keith David, who is
You always expect the worst.
Bad feelings are an occupational.
Oh, that facial animation.
We don't go anywhere unless there's a good reason, so...
We, this is one of the first times I remember seeing larger name voice actors. Yes, I suffer from ADHD, and I will lose names and words a lot. I will make no apologies for that, but you will hear me stumble over some things just because of the unscripted nature of what this is.
Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
So if I get stuck, I will get stuck. Sometimes my brain gets ahead of itself.
Sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds
While
like
I'm probably not doing a Renegade playthrough this time around, this is definitely going to be a sarcastic Shep because I do love hearing Jennifer Hale's sarcastic voice lines.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we?
And
I mentioned
as
some
per
real
usual, Corporal
I
Jenkins
sincerely
is
hope you're
just
kidding.
happy to be here.
Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Only a fool goes looking for a fight, Corporal.
Sorry, Commander, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Let's investigate a little bit.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species.
It
Their
is
fleet has more
Leroy.
patrols protecting Citadel
I
space
completely
than
forgot about that. His
They
middle
don't
name
always
is
get along
Leroy.
without us.
As
Some people find them
jumping back for a second, as far as subjecting
others don't
the
blame them for the first contact.
as far as subjecting
As for
chat
Nihilus,
to
I haven't said
character
more than 2
creator,
words
I
to him. He
might
usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard
mess with the
Miles
character
just
creator
found
when
an
we get to
entire
2.
platoon all by himself.
But as for
I
now,
can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
just in the interest of keeping things not super drawn out,
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and
We're
everything
gonna-
will work out.
we
Easy
just
for you
use
to
the
say.
default face.
You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
And that's another thing that
You're young,
this,
Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you.
even compared
Do
to
something
KOTOR
stupid and
before
you'll
it,
stop.
this
Don't worry,
game
Captain.
really
I'm not gonna
pushed,
screw this up.
especially for certain cutscenes, this game really pushed
The captain's waiting
the
for you.
cinematic angle.
Goodbye, Commander.
As far as like trying to give what would be considered cinematic angle, cinematic direction. I think I recall hearing
Commander Shepard.
in
I'm so
a
pleased
video
you're here
essay
first.
not too long ago
Give us a
that
chance to talk.
The captain said he'd meet me.
that this
way.
they actually started to assign like
I'm interested in this
directors
world
for
we're going to.
cutscenes, like
Eden Prime.
like you would have a
It's
film
pretty
director.
They
I
say
can't
it's a paradise.
verify that,
Yes,
but
a
that's
paradise.
what I have heard.
Serene, tranquil, safe. Eden Prime has become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
So now we're going to meet Nihilus.
Do you know something?
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
I already figured that out.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of...
That's something I want us to
European
really
exploration.
like think about too here is I love the world building for Mass Effect. I love how like
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
here this answer
legacy still
there
remains.
is
The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship
the
drives.
world
It's
something
all
that
based
even
on
modern
Prothean
games I
technology.
struggle with
This is
that this does super well.
Last time humanity
The
made a
world
discovery like this,
feels
it
fleshed
jumped
out.
our
It feels
technology
lived
forward
in.
200 years.
It feels like
But Eden
stuff
Prime doesn't have the
happens
facilities
that we don't
handle it.
necessarily know about because it's not on
We
camera,
need to bring the
and that's
beacon back to
okay.
the Citadel for proper study.
A lot of games feel like
Obviously, this
the
goes
world
beyond mere
only
human interest,
exists
Commander.
in camera.
This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting trouble.
There's more, Shepard.
I will fully admit this one is good, and I definitely think this is a necessary stop. This is a... Oh, yeah, then nothing happens. I've not heard of it referred to as the Naruto effect. I could also easily refer to it as just the shonen effect in general. The Dragon Ball effect, because it kind of happens in Dragon Ball a lot too. If Goku's not on screen, stuff doesn't happen.
The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks,
But
it shows how far the Alliance has come.
that's me picking
Not
nits.
many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live.
I'll have to remember that term though. Naruto effect.
That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what
also
you have to offer to the rest of the
don't
galaxy.
necessarily like... This is something I strive to do when I DM. And that's kind of, like I said, what we're going to talk about a little bit is like the difference between video game RPGs and tabletop. Something they do super well here that I try to do on my at my tables is when you do world building.
I don't like people making decisions about my future.
When you do world building, a lot of people like tell instead of show.
We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander.
Okay, fair enough.
Prime will be the
Fair
first
enough.
of
The
several
TN effect.
missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP.
Ooh, yes.
Will accompany you to observe the mission.
Yeah, that was super though, not DBZ. Fair.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close
But-
to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
But
Bring it up on screen.
yeah, that happens a lot in shonen anime, really. Happens in video games too. We'll see a we might talk about this a little bit when I hit Mass Effect 2, but we see characters that are just like super powerful in cutscenes, and then yeah. But we'll see super powerful characters in cutscenes, and then it comes to gameplay, and you might as well have just handed them a Nerf pistol. Which, by the way, that scene is one of my favorite exchanges in the abridged series.
Everything
Listening to
comes down
Cell and
after that,
Tian
no
back
comm
and forth
traffic at
was
all.
hilarious.
This goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
That is a strange
17
ship.
minutes out, Captain. No other
That looks like
Alliance
a
ships in the
hand.
area.
Take us in, Joker. Fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly without drawing attention. It's our best chance.
Yeah.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
Now I think my
Alenko and Jenkins to shoot us.
there's Kiko, how you doing? There's also like the end of that exchange. Kiko, fuck yourself. It's particularly amusing.
Engaging stealth systems.
But
Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
But back to what I was originally trying to say. This game does world building super well. There's not a lot of like. There's the codex if you really. There's
Nihilus will scout ahead.
the codex will go into detail and explain the context, but like just from dialogue,
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard.
just from dialogue we get a lot of like.
We are approaching
They
Charlie
will
Point 2.
talk about stuff as if we should already know. So early on, one of my answers was questioning Nihilus if he wanted, why he would want a human Spectre, because the Turians and the humans don't like each other. I am looking for, what am I looking for? That's under gameplay, isn't it? I am going to change... Is it under gameplay? I am looking for the helmet option because I never like having the helmet on all the time. And I can't remember if that is... Dynamic Shadows, VSync. Nope. Is it under? Oh, it's in the skills menu. Of course it is. And we have a few points to spend. We're going to immediately grab barrier. And maybe a little bit of armor. Oh, nope, never mind. We are not grabbing armor. We're going to toggle my helmet. Thank you for that. I had completely forgot. We're going to toggle... Oh, I can't toggle Jenkins' helmet. We're going to give Caden first aid. And it doesn't matter what I give Jenkins here for... some people will know. I am going to avoid spoilers, but some people will know.
This place got hit hard, Commander.
And we are, of course, in our tutorial area, so... We're going to be shown how stuff works. But, like... There will be a lot of alien species talking back and forth, and we kind of, just by the way they talk to each other... He has 2 days from retirement. But... Just by, like, seeing how... Yep. Gotta save Leroy. At least he has chicken. At least he has chicken.
We'll see that he receives a proper service once the mission is complete. But I need you to stay focused.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
And of course, you'll see one of my qualms with the original game is that we are forced to carry all of the weapons, regardless of whether we're trained with them or not. We are playing the Legendary Edition, so I can use them. I just don't gain any of the benefits from skills. Of course, it's gonna tell me how to play a little bit, and I mean, of course, you can see with the particular heads-up display that it is the Legendary Edition. Oh, I actually do have abilities I can use. Not that that was any use. I much prefer warp in later games. Yeah, absolutely. If anyone remembers the original version of this game, if you tried to use a weapon you weren't trained in, you might as well have been a drunk walrus. It was awful. You could not hit the broadside of a barn if you were 3 feet away.
Thanks for your help, Commander. I didn't think... Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one who charged your ma'am?
Give me a status report.
Now we are going to meet our other human squad mate.
Patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Where's the rest of your squad?
And of course the game is going to force me to carry the assault rifle instead of...
I'm the only one left.
I am not going to defend Ashley's character for this game.
Yes, ma'am.
I will, however, state I think her character arc amongst the entire series is far more compelling than Kaiden's is. Kaiden is kind of flat throughout the trilogy.
Just over that rise.
Ashley actually has some progress by the third game.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, ma'am. It's time for payback.
Also, you can tell Ashley to shut the fuck up in this game.
The beacon's at the far end of this trench.
Ah, yes, the cover system, as was the style at the time. Can I? No, I cannot. Ah, yes, grenades. Grenades are so weird in this game. Hello, Ashley. That's not where I wanted you to be. We are going to be a little bit more aggressive than most adepts are probably going to be.
The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after.
I actually did not know Kaiden made Breakfast in the Citadel DLC. Interesting. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to Vermeer.
Maybe hiding up in the
There's also a fantastic exchange with Ashley in 3 where she is drunk from a previous night and you get to be such a sarcastic asshole to her. To be fair, both human companions here are kind of flat as characters. They are by far the least interesting of the original squad mates.
Smells like smoke and death.
This is going backwards. Why do you have me going this way, game? Why was my flag backwards? As you can see, this is a perfect game with absolutely no glitches. Oh, Tali is fantastic. Tali's emergency induct. I had a guy that I used to work with who would quote one of two things from Mass Effect 2 or 3. One of them was the emergency induction port, and the other one was Legion's reason for using Shepard's armor to patch the hole. Just states clearly, flatly, there was a hole.
What did the Geth do to them?
It's like, why did you use my armor to repair yourself? There was a hole. Of course, for those of you who have played the trilogy in its entirety, will know exactly what these husks are. For now, we're going to pretend that they are just Geth forces. Is there something this way, or is it just... Okay.
That door, it's closed. Security lock's engaged.
Yes, but there's stuff in here I can take. Some locks require decryption, and this is why I picked up decryption specifically. Just so I didn't have to have a... just so I didn't have to have somebody with me for that, which would give me a little bit more flexibility on my party members.
Humans, thank the Maker.
Hurry! Close the door before they come back.
What are you doing here?
I'm Dr. Warren. I was in charge of this excavation. We hid in the shed during the attack. They must have come for the beacon.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the
I don't know, it's
attack
between
came,
that
the Marines
and
held them off long enough for us to
the
hide.
reporter.
They gave their lives to save us.
Also, just hanging up on the council multiple times is a great thing.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack. That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack.
One of my friends, and I don't know how wide this might be a well-known theory. I'm not sure. I've only heard it from one person. But one of my friends suggests that Dr. Manuel here shows early signs of Reaper indoctrination.
Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No.
Which would be
I am not mad.
excellent foreshadowing if
I am
so.
the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
I could shut him up here. It is really funny.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit
You do.
unstable.
You definitely see early signs of indoctrination in some of the Solarian prisoners.
To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Williams, take us to the spaceport.
You can't stop it. Nobody can stop it. Night is falling. The darkness
This
of
playthrough is largely going to be Paragon, so I'm going to set that up here. But there will be some Renegade options when they are either funny or necessary. I think... Oh, no, I cannot. Never mind. I was going to steal from those boxes. I did level up while we were being shot at by Geth. We're going to build up our... Gonna start building Charm a little bit, and we're definitely going to build our Adept and Powers here. Not that it matters too much right this second. Most eventually we will max out most, if not all, of our skills anyway. Oh, Adrenaline Burst is such a good ability. But we are definitely going to start with our powers for the moment. And actually, I think I'm going to attempt not to spend a ton of time with our slightly more damage. Yeah, we're gonna. And have no mods. Okay. But there will be a lot of messing around in the menus for our gear, just because that is this first one is, for those who aren't familiar, this first one is much more RPG than shooter, and then 2 and 3 are definitely more shooter than RPG.
Saren. Nihilus. This isn't your mission, Saren.
Theron's appearance here is another fantastic bit of foreshadowing, I think.
Some help on this one.
Just because we'll get to see what that looks like, what that means later.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
I wonder what that was.
Off in the distance.
Did you just teleport, Caden? I don't know if I can hit them from here. Definitely can hit you from here. Shepard, thank you. Oh, well, yeah. Not ideal adept gameplay, but gives me some range. That's right, Solanus Risk Control is burst fire. That is something that we will lose. The different manufacturers, especially for your pistols, the manufacturers will have different, what am I trying to say?
Commander, it's Nihilus.
Different firing, firing profiles.
Wait, don't shoot! I'm one of you. I'm human.
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
I'm sorry. I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
You're saying Nihilus was murdered by a Turian?
The other one got here first. He was waiting when your friend showed up. He called him Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped on the cargo train and headed over to the other platform. Probably going after the beacon. I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it.
The beacon.
The damn mothership showed up, and the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I had been behind the crate, I'd be dead.
Yes, ninja teleport, definitely.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift. I sneak off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
You ditch work, then you cower back here and do nothing while the Geth butcher everyone else.
I don't even have a gun. What was I supposed to do? Run out there and die? I couldn't save them.
But yes, definitely fire rates.
It was horrible.
There's
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
There's
I've never seen anything like it before. It was huge.
I have lost my thought entirely.
The whole place got dark as it came down.
And then, of course, with the other firearms, they will change different profiles as well. Different, like, fire rates and such.
That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the beacon?
They brought it here this morning. We loaded it up onto the train and shipped it to the other platform. Hard to believe that was only a few hours ago. Feels like a whole other life.
Did it.
Tell me about the Geth attack.
It was quick. 1 minute that ship was descending, the next, those Geth were swarming over the platform, thousands of them. They must have been inside that mothership. They shot anything that moved. It was a massacre.
We need to
Now
find
we are
that
going to
beacon
leave
before it's too late.
our
Take the cargo
sleepy
train. That's
dock
where the
worker
other Julian
behind.
went.
But
I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
this one's a little bit difficult to watch because, like, when the game hits, it hits. When not, it's we're a little okay. Radar shows 2 of them. Where are they? Definitely not paying attention to me. Definitely not paying attention to me at all. Sneaky biotic? You mean like I have been the entire time? That's not cover, Shepard. That is definitely not cover. I can sabotage. Although I think it is just out of range. Yeah, it is just out of range of all of my abilities. And that is the reason I hit barrier when I did. I will apologize in more tense situations. I will probably get a little bit quieter. My brain is a single core processor most days. But for now, behold, combat. Fair enough. I hope you have a good day. And I don't think there's any left. I thought maybe one of the one in the back survived, but nope. Being able to strip shields is so good.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were here.
Oh, I misread that. My end goal for this particular session is going to be, at the very least, making it through... We will probably make it through the first council interaction. We might try to get through...
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down!
We might try to get through... we might try to get through the main portion of the Citadel. But I want to at least make it through the first council interaction and kind of set the stage for the rest of the game. I forget how long Eden Prime is. I'm going to fight some gameplay here. This is a perfect game with no glitches. Ow. I am a squishy type. Oh, here's the next one that I'm going to conveniently take cover behind. That seems like a bad place to take cover. Just a little bit. Oh, there you are. I'm so glad melee bypasses shields. Shep? What are you doing? What are you doing? Apparently we, cannot turn. But we can still... I don't know what's going on. Okay, there we go. That was, troubling. Goofy, perhaps. And now we get, and I am going to share a little bit of behind-the-scenes knowledge that I actually happen to have. I can't remember,
Normandy,
can't remember which developer did. But one of the developers, what we are about to see. Wait, does the person who's going to interact with that change with Shepard's gender? Because I think for male Shep, Ashley interacts with it, and you knock Ashley out of the way. But the cutscene we're about to see is, like, computer motherboards and meat. It was meant to look like a horror movie. I can't remember which BioWare developer did the thing. But it was actual live-action footage that they pulled into the game. Well, this isn't ominous. And I will remind the audience here that this was definitely 2007. And we were definitely under the misnomer that girls did not play games. So... certain character designs do reflect that. Many of them are Asari.
Must be eliminated.
Doctor? Dr. Chakwas. I think she's waking up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Where's the beacon now? What happened to it?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. And the blast knocked you cold. Williams and I had to carry you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected
Excuse me.
some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death, destruction... Nothing's really clear.
So this is...
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
How's our XO holding up, Doctor?
Well, all the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
Did we leave Gunnery Chief Williams back on Eden Prime?
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
Williams is a good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why I added her to our crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
I didn't do anything wrong, Captain. Hopefully the Council can see that.
Sorry, I'm gonna hit the mic.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard.
Pro tip for anyone thinking about content creation, do not bump the mic.
It's Saren.
It's not pleasant for your audience.
Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend.
But I think
working with the Geth.
For the moment, we're gonna try and step into Shepard's head for now.
And he hates humans.
You are, for all intents and purposes, you're a fairly decorated soldier, regardless of what your background is. You are a fairly decorated soldier.
Why?
He thinks we're growing too fast, taking over the galaxy. A lot of aliens think that way. Most of them don't.
We're gonna put that on pause for a second. So, this here, talking about why he hates humans, Saren hates humans. Saren's view is very common amongst the Turians, specifically. And we haven't even talked about it, and it's not even mentioned unless you look into the Codex. But Saren... Saren and a lot of the Turians, humans and Turians had a conflict when humans entered the galactic stage.
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe.
But
slaughtering people. Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell them? I had a bad
dream.
We don't know what information was stored in that. Lost Prothean.
But a lot of Turians think humanity has grown too quickly, has no
But I know Saren. I know
right to be where they are, And in fact, that was kind of part of the what's called the First Contact, whereas Turians were trying to take over Earth.
He has an army of Geth at his command.
So humans and Turians right now, even now, don't quite get along on the galactic stage.
I'll find some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything. That's why.
And we're going to see that, and this is what's, I think, is talking about the world building. You'll see this in a lot of our interactions with Turians. They are kind of hostile right now.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel. We should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
But I want us for the moment to put ourselves in Shepard's shoes for a moment. We are, like I said, we are a fairly decorated, a little bit fuzzy on naval ranks. I can't remember if Commander is considered an officer.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay.
But we are
Was hard on the crew and
fairly decorated soldier. We are,
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
we
there. You did everything
just
right. It was just
kind
bad
of, we were told that we were a candidate for Spectre status, which Spectres are, like...
The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions.
Spectres are treated like they're it is a prestigious position. Not gonna lie, Spectres are kind of a
You've got a good grasp of the situation.
are a bit of a
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
We'll talk another time. Make sure you're good to go for this meeting with the ambassador.
but
Aye, aye, ma'am.
it's used a bit as a I don't want to say crutch because that's not quite the right word, but like it's a bit of a writing cheat, just by nature of what they are. It kind of gives us, the players, license to do whatever we want without really having to... I don't want to say have too many consequences, because like there will be consequences for our actions later in this game and later in the other games, but we will be able to take on actions that are...
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel.
If this were a more... If we were in a more strict military hierarchy, they would definitely get our ship pulled from us. So it gives... So the Spectres give license for the player to do whatever they want without having the Normandy stripped from them and lose their rank. Because a lot of the Renegade options would get us court-martialed.
Look at the size of that ship.
And this is where, like, Mass Effect tries to balance our actions with who Shepard is. So, like, in our trying to step in Shepard's shoes here, we just had a vision. We've lost a soldier under our command. We have just had a vision we don't quite understand and isn't entirely clear, given to us by an ancient piece of technology that nobody understands. We are about to approach the main peacekeeping force amongst the alien races in the galaxy. A peacekeeping force that we've been welcomed into, but not deemed important enough to be given a council seat, which is kind of a sore spot for some humans.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony!
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
And that's something we're gonna see here, just a little bit, is like
Security is investigating your charges against Saren.
some
We'll discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing,
accuse
not
the
before.
council of abusing their power, which... Okay. The council's made up of 3 races,
Just the ground
but
team
there
from
are
Eden Prime.
other
Had any questions?
I have the mission
races,
reports. I assume
other
they're
species
They are.
represented on the
Sounds
Citadel.
like you convinced the council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's
And
their top agent.
in the-
They don't like him being
For immersion's sake, let's say maybe this is the first time Shepard is seeing the Citadel, meeting Udina. So, like, in our attempt to maybe do this a little bit more story-heavy, a little bit more roleplay heavy, Shepard has no idea who Udina is, and this is our first interaction with him.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out
So we're
there.
gonna
He needs
kind
to
of
be
play the
stopped.
good
The
girl
council
here a little
has to
bit,
listen to us.
just
Settle down,
for
You've
purposes
already done well
of
enough to
making a
jeopardize
good
your
impression.
candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
Now,
That's Saren's fault,
whether
not
or not it
hers.
was our fault,
Then we
we're being
better
blamed
hope
for
The
it.
CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
You and me both, Ashley. You and me both. We're gonna get some information we don't necessarily, shouldn't necessarily have access to. Oh, that unlocked a side quest. We have a little more time. Oh, okay. Not that way.
I understand what you're saying. Pleased greeting.
We get to meet the Elcor and the Volus here, which are non-council species. However, they're still part of whatever alliance that, I actually don't remember what they call,
Why do you explain what you're about
and
to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the
the
feelings
Elcor are
of our
fascinating to me because they have to, that's one of the reasons they,
Why do you bother, Kate?
they talk a little
These
bit
Earth
about,
Clan don't really care about
actually,
our
really,
ways.
just
remorseful response.
the races, the different alien species here in Mass Effect are,
sorry for you.
especially for the time, are super well written. We get to meet different species that have different biological needs, different communication styles.
Tell me more.
Of course, here we meet the Elcor, who, for the purposes of the other species, they do speak.
It is agreeable to share our culture
But
with others.
they specify the emotions that they're trying to communicate because they themselves communicate
I'd like to know more
through
about the culture of the Elcor.
many very subtle nonverbal
Prefer the
means.
safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel.
We meet the Volus, who I believe they're sulfur based, so they have to wear atmospheric suits on the Citadel.
Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
So now we get to...
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next
So we meet a
door to
Volus
the
here
large
who is
office.
wearing
Chastising
a
remark.
atmospheric suit.
Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there
And we
something
get
I
to see
can
a little
do for
bit
you,
of the contempt for
EarthClan?
humanity here too, because even like outside of the Turian,
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
and here we see
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions.
we
Volus
see a little bit
territory has
tell don't
expanded
show here, but
tenfold
like
since coming to the
just in
Citadel.
general we see this attitude in the Citadel, and it's
We
like
still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, EarthClan.
but we definitely get to see more definitely get to see the other alien species kind of regard humans as almost like annoying children who are asking for way too much.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide.
We're gonna follow our side quest here for a second. Oh, no, that's okay. I see. I think we are going to just go straight to the council for a moment. We're going to go to Citadel Tower. Oh, that just fast traveled us to the top of Citadel Tower, where you skipped the
Give me more time. Stall.
infamous elevator
Stall the council.
entirely.
Don't be ridiculous. Your investigation is over, Garrus.
We get to meet someone who's going to be a very important
Commander
character
Shepard,
later.
Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Who were you just talking to?
That was Executor Palin, head of Citadel Security, my boss. He'll be presenting my findings on Saren to the Council.
Sounds like you really want to bring him down.
I don't trust him. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. But he's a Spectre. Everything he touches is classified. I can't find any hard evidence.
I think the Council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Of course, Garrus. Garrus will be an interesting character to interact with later. But for now, we are going to let him be. We definitely know Saren is up to something. We're not sure what.
The hearing's already
But
started.
we're going
Come
to
on.
talk to the council for a moment.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The investigation by Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized Dockworth
We get to meet the
is hardly
council
compelling
here.
proof.
The council effectively runs the Citadel.
And a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson. You
And
always seem
kind
to
of
be
amongst the
involved
alien
when
races are
Manny makes
kind
false
of
charges against me.
almost a ruling body,
This must be your protege, Commander Shepard.
or at least a peacekeeping entity, or they attempt to be.
The mission to Eden Prime was top secret. The only way you could know about the beacon was if you were there.
With Nihilus gone, his files passed on to me. I read the Eden Prime report. I was unimpressed. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission
We
into
get
the
to
Spectres
see,
is not the purpose of this meeting.
This
Politics play out, unfortunately.
Humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
Saren's hiding behind his position as a Spectre. You need to open your eyes.
What we need is evidence. So far, we've seen nothing.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision.
We're gonna be honest
I won't
here.
waste my
We're gonna
breath.
roleplay a little bit with this one. And I think that's what our response would be as
Council
Shepard.
has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
This meeting is adjourned.
We're not gonna entirely defend the Council here, but we are going to
It was a mistake
try to see
bringing
things
you
from
into
their
that
perspective a
hearing,
little bit.
Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know, sir.
On one hand, from a writing perspective, they're a little bit antagonistic just because we need to keep things interesting. We need some amount of opposition.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went
From
real bad.
a universe perspective, they're still trying to keep the
I know
peace.
who
They
you are,
can't just...
and he has to be stopped.
They're trying to keep people from panicking, so they can't just react. So they're trying to... They're trying to act based on the information they have. They weren't on Eden Prime. They don't know exactly what happened.
What's our next step?
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the Executor.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job. I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
You can't just cut Captain Anderson out of this investigation.
The Ambassador's right. I need to step aside.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
I think for
Harkin's probably
purposes
getting drunk at
of
Cora's Den. It's a
time
dingy little club in the lower
and
section of the grounds.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence.
once I
of
get
Saren.
through this
You should
conversation,
talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker,
The Shadow Broker?
an information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
I should go.
Good luck, Shepard. I'll be over in the Ambassador's office if you need anything else.
the iconic line, "I should go." I think we will end things here for now. Shepard, just good place to stop. Also, just for me, just for me, like I said, Monday and Wednesday I think will be shorter streams, probably about this length, maybe 2 hours tops, depending on like where we are in the story. I'm going to try to find some good spots. This will give us a good to be continued. We have been given a motive. We have been given a quest, an assignment. We need to track down evidence on Saren, which will happen the next time, which will be, I think, Wednesday morning, starting at about the same time. For now, and this is, I am just getting started, so things will probably shift around as I find a more comfortable time to do stuff. But as it stands, we will do Mass Effect on Wednesday, and then Friday will be probably about twice this length, if not even longer. We will be playing Ocarina of Time. We have the first spiritual stone and have been we have been assigned, or we've been given the quest to find the other two. We are still in the child timeline. But Friday we will pick Ocarina of Time back up, and I will at least get through the Goron's stone, if not the Zora's as well. Will be what I'm aiming for. But for now, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. For anyone who missed the beginning of this, I will be recording these and uploading them to YouTube either later the same day, if not, I'll try to keep it within a day of when the stream is live. But I will definitely be dropping these on YouTube as well. But for now, we will go ahead and save our game, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day.